I can't get it in. It won't fit. It's too long. It ain't that big, I said. You ever tried parallel parking in Adams Morgan on a weekend? My wife and I shared a car, a Chrysler 300M, not the one that looks like the Maybach, the other one. And this was a major issue. So we did our normal dance. She scoots over to the passenger side. I walk around and park the car. I want to get a second car, she exclaimed as we walked back to the crib. Well, how about this? I'll sell my car and you get what you want. You? The one who drives to the gym and goes 3 blocks in the car to 7-Eleven? You do know you work in Rockville, right? Well, in my defense, I was raised in the Bronx. In the Bronx, you don't go anywhere solo, and this idea of the new DC hadn't really grown on me yet. So we were in the final embers of our marriage, 4 years, 2 years good, 2 years not so good. And the divorce wasn't just because of the bike. I'm sure she'd tell you differently. The axe forgets, the tree remembers. It was the bike. So as divorce comes in, you go about this process of rediscovering yourself. And I decided I want to get back into cycling. So I grew up in the cauldron of hip hop. And some of you remember the fad that came right after hip hop, BMX bikes. Now, I still can't jump over the Sunday paper, but I loved going long distances, like 10 to 15 miles. And that's when it hit me. I came up with what I can do to win the divorce, prove my wife wrong, and not just ride to work, but I would ride from San Francisco to Los Angeles. Now that's DC to New York and back. Now I was 40 pounds heavier than the person you see today, and my longest ride, because marriage does that to you, my longest ride was 50 miles, and I was 25 in the morning, home for a nap, and another 25. And I need to do double that for 6 days with a backpack. And now, don't get it twisted. I wasn't hiking. Like, the Bronx don't prepare a brother for no hiking and camping, right? So I was gonna stay in hotels. That was my goal. Now, it took me about 2 years to save up for this. And what I would do is I would ride indoors during the week and then outdoors on a weekend. All I need in this life of sin is me and my girlfriend. Now to put that on repeat, right? And not talking about a girl. They were still scary. You know, my bike, me and my bike. So I get to San Francisco and I stay in Oakland because, like divorce, San Francisco is expensive. And recover overnight. And I get on the BART, right? Turn on my computer, say my bike computer. Next stop, Santa Cruz, right? 70, 80 miles along the coast. Pretty flat, easy peasy. Well, as I really pleaded with my bike computer to give me the next turn, that's when it happened. My wheel got stuck in the trolley tracks and down I go. Right, not even a mile in. And I could hear my ex-wife's voice. Told you so. Well, what it would do is instead of giving me turn-by-turn directions, it gave me an arrow. So with the arrow and along with street signs, I started pedaling. About 15, 20 miles later, I end up in Palo Alto, cyclist haven. Right, I see all these cyclists, I'm feeling good. Then I made a right turn onto Old Page Mill Road. And now I realized this wasn't the coast, and the only water I'd be seeing was the sweat dripping from my head onto the bike. I was gonna be climbing. And I'd see cyclists go down, zoom, zoom, everyone's going down, and I finally stopped somebody. Dude, what are you doing? Well, my wife said I couldn't ride a bike, and if I don't go from San Fran to LA, she's gonna win the divorce. And he's like, we only use this hill for descending practice. No one climbs up. And I asked him, am I near the top? Am I almost there? And I processed his blank stare as a polite way of saying no. Now, I had just gotten certified as an indoor cycling instructor, so I've been collecting motivational quotes, right? You know, own your discomfort, pedal fast, breathe slow. You know, hills don't get easier, you only get stronger. All I need in this life of sin is me. You know, I'm feeling good. Then I reached down for my water bottle. No water. There's no motivational quote for that. So I saw some houses every, so often, and I figured, I'll knock and see if someone will give me water. Now, I'm a black man. I got tights, a book bag, and a bike. And that OJ thing, runs deep. So I'm like, all right, what I'll do, I'll knock on the door and then scurry back. I saw shadows in the transoms and curtains moving, but no one opened the door. Then I asked God, some water, maybe teleport me to the hotel. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll just go back down, right? It is downhill, but the hotels, those are expensive, right? And they weren't gonna give me a refund. Now, at the time, I didn't know that I was on the second toughest climb in Northern California. Did know that Equinox would name me Spin Instructor of the Year out of 2,300 instructors, or that I'd be writing cycling articles for Under Armour. But what I did learn about is Cal Fire. See, because of the wildfires, California has these fully stocked fire stations in the middle of nowhere. And I was able to stop, found a little external faucet, and got some semi-clear water. And with Gatorade, it was okay. So, got back. All I need in this life is sin, right? Feeling good. Now, I wish I could tell you more about the moments before I got to the top, right? But with most big goals in life, there are no progress meters or quarterly reports. You just keep going, or in my case, pedaling, until you get there. And for me, there was the top of the climb, noticeable by the number of people with selfie sticks taking pictures. So I decided, hey, I'm gonna take a picture. Got back on the bike, descended down, got some real water, and I did make it to Santa Cruz. And the best part of the trip, 6 days, 550 miles, and my girlfriend never complained about it being too long. Thank you.